You've waited all week for your dose of ... stupid.
Quiet down, dummies. I'm talking.
It's hashtag WrestlePals.
Shut up, dummies.
The links we go to for stupid.
I can move the camera, Justin. We don't have to crouch like idiots.
Well,
We have to crouch like idiots, Justin.
probably should have checked the camera before we went on.
Oh, no, okay, look, hey. Okay, people, hold on tight. I'm reaching my hand out to you. And how the rest of that promo went. Ready? Oh, first of all, why don't we do giant hands all the time? Just look at this. That is the best. Wow, my hands look weird. When did I get old man hands? They don't have the calluses anymore. Guess who's working at a debt? Okay. Hey, you like that? You like the tops of our heads? Okay. I don't like the top of mine. But that's because I don't have a mohawk.
Hashtag Mohawks for Nate. I've talked entirely too much already.
You're right. Ready to start a show? Click the thing. Start the thing.
Done and done.
Oh, I missed it. It was too early. Damn it, I got excited. Hey, everybody. It's hashtag WrestlePals. Your, oh, it says it in the promo now, doesn't it? Your weekly dose of stupid. There's a lot of connotation in the dots. The second one's my favorite. ... Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Dot. Okay, come on. I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm sorry. Hashtag WrestlePals. You show about, wrestling and pals and stuff. And sometimes you wrestle your pals. I guess. I don't know. I'll work on a tagline. Hey, look over there. It's hashtag WrestlePal Justin. You like that? He's a real man of science.
A real man of science.
You've worked on that. Look at that mic technique. You're like a perfect fist away.
This is how far you're supposed to be away.
Yes. Whatever, man. I put
Nah.
it right in my mouth, yo. Yeah.
And it sounds delicious.
All right. Scared to drink out of cans with a giant mustache because I'm worried that it's going to grab my mustache and, rip it out. There's no way to look cool after getting a mustache hair ripped out, individually. Mm-hmm. I mean, groups of them as well. Hey, I'm a hashtag WrestlePal Nate.
That's you.
What?
Hashtag Nate Appreciation Day.
Oh, for fuck.
Hashtag Mohawks for Nate.
What is that?
What's the new one? Oh, wow. 2 weeks in a row, we outlasted Dakota.
Aw.
Wowzers.
Oh. We're obviously not kings, and she has not slayed us.
It's true.
To be fair, we got another hour and a half here, perhaps more.
Who's that dude?
Oh, hold on, I'm gonna drink the coffee.
Here we go. Perfect time for me to drink the Zions.
Oh, it's too hot for my baby mouth. This is the worst. Oh, it's kind of.
Thanks for the coffee, Jenny.
Who?
What is this game?
I just have bad hearing. Yeah.
Fisting. Hello. I have a feeling that this is going to be another silly show this week.
No shit.
Not only because you're
sorry.
delirious.
Not trying to curse as much.
Not only because you're delirious, but because we are still in the doldrums of December.
It is, but you know what we have?
There's exciting things happening.
It's weirdly hard to get excited for. You know what? I think we've been bred into it at this point. That it doesn't sound good. You know what sounds good though? Bread. Bread sounds great.
Hashtag Nate Appreciation Day. Crew is here. Let's get it started.
Cruise? Oh,
Crew is.
okay. I thought it was okay. Hey. But it is that time of year that you've gotten used to not caring as much because they
See
built.
if I can lure who into the Periscope.
Go get her, Justin. This is the time of year where we've been conditioned to celebrate and enjoy a WrestleMania come April-ish, right?
WrestleMania what now?
We're conditioned to enjoy arrives
There we go.
forcefully
Aw.
after much. We're conditioned to be excited for WrestleMania.
Will you stop that?
WrestleMania season occurs
Much better.
around April-ish, right?
Sure.
And that used to be the big thing, and then it started slowly spreading outward towards including the Royal Rumble as the kickoff to the road to WrestleMania. And then they named some pay-per-views bad roadside attractions. In fact, I would enjoy WWE Bad Roadside Attraction. I think that would be a good show. Didn't we have like a couple different roadblocks, but then Roadblock was too nondescript, so they had to make it Roadblock and other stuff?
There was Roadblock, and then there was Roadblock End of the Line.
Well, aren't those kind of like redundant in a way? End of the line. Stop here. No further, please. Severe tire damage. Yeah.
I was in a band called Severe Tire Damage once.
You serious?
Mhm.
Or did you
Are
go
your
by
children well behaved, or did they need a few light slams
Severe
every now and again?
STD? Did you go by STD?
But you're disgusting.
Oh, that's Justin.
Mhm.
Justin, oh god damn it. Go ahead. Look, sometimes you get there he is. Okay.
You're disgusting.
Yes.
That's insulting. Oh no! This is. Can I?
You can try to time it with
Yeah.
them.
Yes, this is stupid. This is really just the kind of stuff you do at like a children's museum. This is stuff you should take a 5-year-old to go do. You've got the like 2-year-old still in the stroller, and you got a 5-year-old who's standing in front of a green screen. Like, wow. All right, look you.
Mhm.
If you're not watching the video show, what you doing, Leslie? Watch the goddamn video show.
She does. She watches.
What
on
she
YouTube.
does?
Yeah, she watches on YouTube.
Oh,
the
then I'm
next day.
sorry. I'm sorry for.
Yeah.
Nice hat.
Joe listens though,
But
so
it's
you
not
gonna
gonna
tell
save
him?
you. Yeah, go. Look,
Yeah, go ahead.
I imagine. No. No.
Have that.
Nope.
I'm gonna see him this week. He and Zach are coming over because we're doing the first hashtag Wrestle Party this weekend. We're all
You
over the place
goddamn maniacs.
here. Mhm. ... Stupid indeed.
Now, are you digging back into the vault?
We're doing 96 Royal Rumble, and so that starts at the very end of 1995.
Mm-hmm.
The last Raw of 95 and the first three Raws of you know what, you're
96.
gonna have to listen. Those will come out on the Patreon, and then the actual hashtag Wrestle Party when we cover the Rumble will only be available to patrons. Mm-hmm.
Well,
The TVs will be released as initially patron only content, and then they will be released to the public a week after.
it's almost as if that last one is a paper.
It's a pay-per-view. You got to pay to hear us.
Where do they go for that, Justin?
Patreon.com/oh hi Justin.
Let me just ask
Told
you a
you.
question while you're trying to do some work.
Why won't this tweet?
Go tweet your friend. Go tweet your friend, Justin.
She is my friend.
This is actually decent coffee. It's burning the hell out of me, but I'm drinking it.
Okay, so that's not
All right.
happening.
So we've been conditioned, as I was saying, to enjoy Rumble time through Mania, and that's the exciting time. But in order for them to build it up, it's almost like they have to tear it down. And then we get that end of the year time, and
Burn it down?
We've been conditioned. Yep.
That's hashtag commitment, Jack.
I got a picture of stuff.
Oh my God.
Look, that's my butt. See that? You're welcome.
Oh hey girl.
Hmm?
Oh hey girl.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
What?
Whatever. We're still going with the sweater because it is the season, and she looks very happy there.
She looks adorable.
Hello,
She
Liv.
looks so cute.
Hello. Am I allowed to wave to her?
Yeah.
Nothing salacious about it.
I know.
Do you want me? Oh, okay. Put that on the agenda for next week. Too cool for. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you work now?
Yeah, I was working right up until we went on air.
I know
so-
because you wanted to play with the toys, and I understand. So we've been conditioned to have this time of year to kind of be the downtime because you have to have the downtime in order to have the uptimes. You can't be full force all the time and really build the excitement. It kind of loses its, I won't say it's luster a little bit, but that's kind of the way it's been. You have to have the down so you can get excited for Rumble, because Rumble builds up excitement in and of itself.
Yeah.
And you have the little bits of qualifying matches going into it, but it's nothing really crazy. You don't have a whole lot of stories getting permanent resolution come Rumble time. You got a few here and there, but nothing marquee, nothing major. You have the transitional times as you segue into main event time. If there's a main event time of the year, it's going to be lead up to Mania, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that has affected so many other companies as well. Everybody has to, because you see now, WrestleMania isn't a day, it's a weekend.
Yeah, it's
And
even
it's
more than that now.
become at least a
It's
whole
like a
half a week.
5-day, yeah.
It's at least Wednesday through Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
with Sunday being the end. And I gotta
Well, no,
imagine,
dude,
I gotta imagine there's
'Cause
some
now they're there through Tuesday.
pretty much, yeah. The Raw after Mania is one of the best things that ever
And
happened.
SmackDown's there too now.
I really feel like those Raw afters are some of the best TV that ever happens. They have the perfect lead-in that has ever happened, and then this is kind of the product we get now is not as
Well, I mean, and the thing is, it doesn't help that Braun went down with an injury, and then this week Finn was sick, and then on top of that you had Roman. I mean, Roman was what, like a month and a half at this point, but so that's 3 top stars gone,
top guys.
top guys. I mean, and Seth steered into it.
Yeah,
If the whole Shield thing didn't happen, Seth could have carried the show on his own
absolutely.
because he was on fire this summer.
And he's working to do it now too. It's almost like they're trying to force it a little bit instead of just letting it happen.
Yeah,
But let it happen, man. What do you got? You've got 3 hours. Take your time.
yeah.
Are you in a hurry?
I do like that this week they brought him back to the rest of the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Like they mixed him back up. Like he and Dean felt like a completely separate thing.
Yeah, 'cause I've talked about what I haven't liked with the whole Finn Balor thing. It hasn't felt like a part of the roster. But yeah, they're working to make a cohesive thing. I hate to use the word "thing"; it sounds like it has a negative connotation to it, but there's effort. And honestly, man, some of the best stuff I've always felt has come out of injury. Mm-hmm. Because what happens is you have opportunity for guys that weren't going to be at the top to be at the top, whether or not it was intended, and then you get the inevitable return.
Yeah.
Which is amazing and usually always amazing.
I hate that Finn was sick.
Mm-hmm. It could have been a breakout week for him, man.
Yeah.
Especially with the mixed match challenges being more interesting and more fun than it's ever been.
Yeah.
And we
What's
continue
funny
the
is people look at that finals and they're like, oh, what a joke of a tournament. I'm like, you mean they figured out a way to get these 4 people onto the pay-per-view? Mm-hmm. And that's a bad thing?
Yeah, Carmella was a champion not that long ago.
Yeah.
Now she's got a reason to be on the card, and it doesn't have to have anything to do with the women's title.
It's completely
Or somewhere in
revitalized
the
our
scrum.
truth.
Of course it has.
It's given Jinder Mahal something to do, and it's given
Alicia Fox
a
is
place to shine.
she's been allowed to build some character,
Yeah.
which is what we've needed from her, because Crazy Alicia is great.
Yeah.
And her wrestling has significantly improved,
Yeah.
I feel, but we're finally getting to see a little bit of it. We never got to see it before.
And I don't know why he wasn't in this thing to begin with. Apollo Crews should have been in from the jump.
Yeah.
There was no way Finn Balor was going to win this thing. As much as I love Balor and Bayley, and they were probably my favorite team, there was no way they were going to win this thing. Balor is supposed to be wrestling McIntyre anyway. He's not wrestling twice, especially if one of them's a mixed match.
Yeah. And I don't know. I don't know what they... I feel like mixed match challenge has kind of taken a weird detour. And I feel like this week, and this is an example of what could happen with the amount of programming that we have. Now, this is follow me a little bit, because we've had a lot of weird crossover this week. Look at SmackDown. I think this is a
Good
fantastic
crossover, though.
Yeah,
amazing crossover.
I think there's a fantastic opportunity to be able to have a little bit of mix in between your rosters and show people that you don't usually get to show, and then incorporate them into the main things. Go cultivate, build, try to draw eyes, see what happens to it, bring it over, and introduce it almost as something new to the more I don't want to say discerning eyes, but the eyes that are usually on the largest part of the product. So I like people that are, I don't want to say mid-card or to low-card, but I think this is a fantastic place for them to be able to shine.
It's absolutely where they should be. It's absolutely where
It's
a Ty
character
Dillinger should be. It's absolutely where an Apollo Crews
It's
should be.
full-on character development. Go, be silly, and most importantly, and I feel like this gets lost a lot, entertain.
Yes.
You don't have to entertain by being the highest flyer, the toughest dude. Be a character. Be somebody. Be you, crank it up, have some fun.
It's helped Asuka tremendously.
Oh, my God, yes.
And again, like, Miz shouldn't have been in it. Miz doesn't need it. But they were defending champs, first of all. So, like, it made sense that they would be
Right.
in it again.
Miz didn't need a build out of this, but guess what? It ended up being a build for Asuka.
Yeah.
And it's been great.
Yeah. And then he got his ass handed to him last night. It was great. Asuka beat him up. That's great.
Look, if you ever want to be a champion for seeing intergender wrestling, Asuka's your linchpin right there. No, I don't mean that as a pun against the man, but yeah, go back and watch some Kana stuff. I was watching her beat the hell out of a referee with a kendo stick before the show. I was like, damn, she's mean and vicious and takes a beating and gives it worse.
God,
She's
Sunday's
great.
gonna be awesome.
So yeah, I want to see her beat. I want to see her beat up dudes.
Okay.
What's that say about me? Is that bad? All right.
Sunday's gonna be awesome though.
But I like the mix between the rosters, and Mixed Match Challenge was supposed to be this big deal for Facebook and streaming crowds. That's what they conceptualized it for. That's what the kind of the draw was. Hey, what other platforms can we bring viewers in on to watch some weird good product? And that's why they put the bigger dudes in there. But it's weirdly devolved this year because I'll be damned if they can keep a team together.
Yeah, right.
And that's hurt, but it feels like, have you?
Team Little Big was in this tournament.
Yeah, I know, right?
Who was the team at the end?
It was Ember Moon and some dude.
Kurt Hawkins.
And Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah.
What?
Neither member made it through the entire thing.
I'm okay with this.
And again, Kurt Hawkins should have been in it from the beginning.
Yes, and I wanted someone like a top female star to be like, for Christ's sake, this dude. And it would have been fantastic.
Sasha was initially in it, and then she got hurt. She was teaming with Lashley. Lashley needed it.
Yeah, he can benefit from it.
And he teamed with Mickie James, who, again, is somebody who should... I don't know why Dana Brooke was not on this thing. She absolutely...
Oh, my God,
needs
Lashley and Brooke would be fantastic
Yeah.
together. Just powerhouse for no reason.
muscles.
Yeah, I want people that are like analogs of one another to team with one another. Hey, I'm the you of this division. Hey, I'm the you of this division. Go, have fun.
It'd be fun. And we'd finally get to see some more from Dana. I would have been okay with this. Hopefully next week is...
But again, I think the mixed match thing was to try to draw in eyes initially for the first season, to draw in eyes on Facebook and other platforms to see if they could cross into that. This season has not been about that. It's just kind of been, I don't want to say an afterthought, but it's been a fun little experimental petri dish for you to do weird things. And it's being booked like every indie company out there. Who's injured? Who's hurt? Who got arrested? What did he get accused of? Card subject to change.
Yeah.
And you know what? Dig it. It can be random as all get out. It feels like booking of an indie promotion where you have nothing but derelicts and people that might not show or could be dead. It's great.
So I was watching last night, and somebody said something along the lines of, "This is why nobody watches Raw anymore." I was like, says the person who's watching on Facebook with like 16,000 other people or whatever the number was. I think it was like 60. But I'm like, what are you talking about? This has nothing to do with Raw.
Yeah, but if it's going to be that weird place and has a step to a main roster show like TLC is going to be, and have consequences that have effects on the Rumble, whether they have effects or not, they still have a reason to get there. It's everything main event should have been.
That's the other thing people were griping about. I hate to spend so much. I know I spend a lot of time on this program griping about
throw out the
other
griping.
people griping. But
We can immediately refute it, though.
yeah, well, and
And you should feel good about that.
the thing is,
Hey, you mad? Here's why that's not so bad. Go.
well, we know that number 30 isn't going to win the
Internet, are
Rumble.
you here?
we know number 30 isn't going to win the Rumble.
Who's 30? Do you want 30 to win the Rumble?
How often does it happen? It hasn't happened as often as you think it has.
I want it to be a big deal. I want them to be excited. I want them to build off of that. I want that to be their build going into the Rumble. When it's Jinder, and it damn well better be Jinder. I'm excited for this, first of all. I want him celebrating. And I see him backstage the entire time, just meditating through, and they just cut to him every 3 entrants. Be like, he's waiting for the 30 entry. And they make a big deal, and they build it for weeks and weeks and weeks. Just little vignettes here and there where he's just very excited. He's going to be 30, and he has a fantastic opportunity. This is going to be great. Thrown out immediately. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I love nothing more than giant build, and then here's your payoff. Enjoy it. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
They can make something out of it. And that's a dude that can really make something out of it.
Well, both of those teams could. Because
What's the other team?
is Truth and Carmella.
Truth and Carmella.
That 7-second dance break, screaming, and then they get tossed out. They both come out with each other.
Okay.
7-second dance break, tossed out of the ring. That's something. It's a spot.
I don't hate it, but I love Jinder Mahal.
Well, yeah.
And Alicia Fox is fantastic too. I can't do it because I smashed my wrist. I can do it one-handed. Hey, Shandy. How'd I do it? Do I seem peaceful to you?
No.
I'm going to do it again. Ready? I haven't done it enough, obviously. It's Justin, it isn't a destination. This is
through the nose.
What? I wasn't paying attention. What do I do? Hold on.
Shanti. No.
Never blow in the mic, asshole.
Ever.
Shanty. There we go. I feel better. I feel good. Jinder Mahal, entrant number 30. I'm excited for this.
Well,
You got the little spoiler NXT?
oh yeah. Well, I mean, we saw that last week
Okay.
or the week before, whenever that was, whenever they taped it.
La 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 la. Oh, I can't plug my ears.
But that person was in somebody's DMs earlier today.
Wait, what? Oh, for Christ's sake.
Not me.
I know it wasn't you.
Ellie says the thing is, everyone complained about the fact the prize for MMC was just a vacation. Initially, even in season 1, it was just a donation to their cause, whatever cause it was.
Hey, man, that's a fantastic place to
Which is
promote
cool
something.
too. Yeah,
If you have something, do something with it.
yeah. I don't.
Give it reason.
I don't understand the gripe about Mixed Match Challenge. It was just a place, like you said, it was a petri dish. It was a place for people to try stuff, just like a live event that they're televising.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is, and they're giving it a reason and a purpose, and it's been fun. It's been plagued by story and injury.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a story as a result of they've definitely said, all right, Mixed Match Challenge is kind of an afterthought compared to the main shows. So every once in a while, okay, AJ is going to have his ass beat tonight. He can't immediately come out for.
AJ should have never been in Mixed Match Challenge. I mean, I love the team of Flair and AJ, but he shouldn't have been in it.
Well, I think they were still thinking this was going to be the Facebook draw. Mm-hmm. And they wanted the big names in it to make it a reason to do it. And that's why they invested in the shirts, too.
Yeah.
With Charlotte and AJ shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And then whoever replaced. It's just... we have what?
It was Jeff Hardy and Charlotte.
We have like...
Jeff. Oh. Please help Jeff.
The charismatic Enigma. Woo. I said moo. I'm a cow. Great. Oh, good. I'm a cow again.
Yeah, I mean, Ellie, it's Triple H and Vince testing the waters of mixing the women with the men. Absolutely. Like, you noticed literally in every match, the women were hitting the men.
I'm okay with this.
Well, me
I
too.
can't say this and not be too ghoul for school. Tune in next week. My head's so big. I'm going to sit back so I don't scare the folk.
The folk. Put your hand in mine, daddy.
All right. Oh, it was metaphorical for the people.
Chris Witt, another R-Truth running out to the Rumble with a ladder and climb in like it's a ladder match.
I'm okay with this. What's the dumbest thing that Truth could do?
Again, like,
I think he comes out number 3.
Oh, dang. Sorry.
He's going to come out number 1. They're going to look at him like, what are you doing here?
What are you doing? I like that he has a thing. It's fun.
His thing is an anti-thing. And I think they're starting to utilize it more and more, and that's great.
Yeah.
He exists in that world, and that gives texture to the rest of the stories going on.
And plus, it it plucked Carmella out. Like, she could have easily just been an afterthought in the women's division. She doesn't have to be mixed into that title scene. She gets to thrive in something where she seems much happier doing. I loved Mella as Money. I loved her as the champ.
She was great.
She was absolutely great. But it was clear that it was a stopgap. She didn't elevate the title. She was just, you know what, let's use her to get through to the next thing. That's fine.
And she made the most of the time she had it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if we didn't have Mixed Match Challenge, she would be gone. She'd be Naomi. She'd be somebody who's just not on TV.
She walks out when it's like, hey, it's time to run a Rumble of sorts.
Yeah.
Hey, look, guys, we're going to have a Rumble time thing.
Here's the thing. I see Naomi griping a lot on Twitter now about how they're not using her, and it's like, man, I get it.
Sometimes you gotta step back a minute.
It can't be full throttle for everybody every week.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean,
Can we just? I know we didn't really like talking about that, but how do you feel about that? I get kind of a weird feeling about it. Like, I'm not gonna say suppress anybody for their thoughts or how they feel about how they're being used or misuse of their talents or even if they're being appreciative of their talents. But do you get a weird feeling when you see? I'm not talking about her specifically. I mean,
Rusev does it a lot. Rusev and Lana do it a lot.
Yeah, but there was a long time where I felt like Rusev was very much like that was part of his character.
Mm-hmm.
Was like, hey, this is another just place for me to play. And part of me feels like, I don't know if I'm getting played a little bit. I kind of hope I am.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, get a response out of me. Get a feeling out of me. I'm okay with that. Elicit an emotion, and I'm a happy dude. But I feel kind of weird. Now, if it comes off as, hey, I'm striving for some competition. I want to get in on this. I want to move up. Let me do stuff. I'm ready to do stuff.
Her exact words, they won't let me shine like that. Somebody called for... It was Mandy versus Naomi in like a Falls Count Anywhere match or something. And again, on one hand, I understand her gripe because she was another one of those stopgap champions, only she was a big star. Like, people popped for her. And so, like, I can understand her frustration, but she's not Becky Lynch. She's not Charlotte Flair.
Well,
she's not Asuka.
I also think that she's not that far off from that either.
No,
because if you think about it, like a minute ago, Asuka and Naomi were teaming. Like, hey, okay, we're kind of teasing tag titles. Asuka's kind of all right. We've kind of broke the mystique with the WrestleMania loss. Okay, there we go. And all right, she's kind of doing comedy-ish stuff. All right, she's doing the thing with the Miz and the Mixed Match Challenge. She's kind of settling down into some mid card, out of the way, so that the top story can take place. But she still exists in this world. Immediately 2 weeks turn around and she's in a main event and she's a credible threat.
Mm-hmm.
I think Naomi's not far off from that either. Well, it's just not you right now.
Right. But or
you're not doing a Becky Lynch where it's like, it has to be about me. Sorry.
Well, in that, but Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Asuka, Becky Lynch specifically, obviously.
Justin got a new wrestle shirt. It's the man.
Becky is the man. Becky is like in the company. And at times, Charlotte could be in the response to Asuka, puts her in that conversation. Like, they could be tops in the company, period.
Right.
Nothing against Naomi. I love her. She's easily one of the tops of the SmackDown division. But Becky's the tops of the WWE. She's the top of the WWE.
Yeah.
She is my favorite thing to watch every week.
And you know what? There's going to be a time past if Becky retains and they still roll with her, and you'll probably get a singles thing with Asuka at some point. Move back to the Rousey thing at some point. There's going to be times in the middle there where you're going to get a Naomi versus Becky Lynch match. And you know what? Make that opportunity happen, man. Make people want to see it. Get people excited for it.
In the meantime, take whatever you... I mean, she should know better than anybody. Take what you can get. And this has to be a much better time than those times when she was a Funkadactyl.
Yeah.
And the time, like, just shortly after. Like, when she got elevated to the title essentially because either Paige got hurt or AJ had gotten hurt. Like, one of them was off of TV. And then the second AJ came back, like, they pushed her out of the way.
Right.
And they were doing 2-minute matches. It has to be an infinitely better place for her.
But is there something commendable? Now, this gets on the other side of the, I don't know how I feel about this. I have a little bit of ick factor to the complaining about your spot.
The ick factor.
Is there some commendability to always wanting better?
Well, and that's
I mean, they're in positions where they're technically independent contractors, where it's sometimes if you're not going to push you, who the hell else is going to?
but they didn't push Becky. They wrote some wins for her. Obviously, that had to happen. They booked her with some wins.
Right.
That had to happen.
You
But
can't say that she didn't do a lot of that heavy lifting by herself, too.
she got here. She's the man because of her.
Right.
Like, she did all that.
Mm-hmm.
They wrote the wins for her, and she performed well.
They gave her a little bit, and she took a lot out of it.
Yes.
So when they give a little, take a lot.
Yeah.
Always take a lot.
Always take a lot. I mean, and this is part of why I feel like there needs to be like a tag division or even a secondary title, just something that, because clearly, I mean, maybe they're all belt marks. I don't know. I hate using that term, but I mean, if that's going to make them feel like, you know,
They mean something?
They mean something. Because to me, they don't need that. To me, I love Naomi. She's great. I'll watch Naomi matches all day. She's great. But she clearly doesn't feel like it because she's not at the championship level right now.
And maybe that's part of the drive, man. That's what we're going to get better out of her. So when I see, and I'm hesitant to call it complaining, is that them motivating themselves? Is that them bitching about the company? Or is that them playing their character, saying, hey, don't forget that I'm relevant back here, and I'm going to be up there here in a minute. Don't be surprised.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always wonder, but part of me is always willing to defer on the side of I'm being entertained, and I see that, and I'm willing to go, all right, you've got some eyes on you here for a second. Don't make it be a negative thing. I hope something good comes out of it.
Somebody's watching on Periscope. Who you is? Tell me who you is.
Oh, dear God. Look at you.
Just hoping it's
Look at you,
one
you
person.
maniac. You
What?
damn maniac. I hope it's Repo Man.
Barry Darso?
Yes.
How would he have found it?
He stole it.
He repossessed it, you mean?
Stealing, repossessed. I get that call literally every day. Someone stole my car. No, they didn't. Nah, man.
Nah, man, nah.
Nah, it's I'm totally Buck from or Bob from Bob's Country Bunkers. No. I'll make that GIF or GIF, whatever.
Whatever it is.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, that's where we are with the Mixed Match Challenge. Now it's become a weird, fun thing, and man, I hope they steer into that and let some, I don't want to say low card, but man, honestly, the lower the better.
Yes, the people who need television time.
Yeah,
The people
put 'em
who
somewhere.
Yes.
'Cause
Let us love them.
I feel like you don't get that on, like, even a main event as much, really.
Yeah.
Give
You get probably Kurt Hawkins. I never get to watch main event.
Well, they've
Just
made it
too much
hard to
other stuff.
find.
Well, you know,
Oh, they make it hard to find, too, man. It's not the easiest thing.
it's now it got forced to that month behind thing too.
Yeah, and that's not cool.
I remember when the network first came out, main event was live on the network.
That's great.
It was live on the network and it was live on like the CW or something. And so I was like, "Oh, I can watch this on the network." And I did. And then they stopped that quick.
Nah.
Let me push pause here for a second.
Oh,
Jarrett
yeah. Yes,
on the
please.
YouTube. Happy Nate Appreciation Day.
Yes.
It's also Mohawks for Nate hashtag.
What?
Hashtag Mohawks for Nate. You're gonna have to steer into it and become confident.
No,
It's the only way.
I'm gonna have to shave the head with the Hawk's haircut. Just in some
guess
sort
I'll
of
go
weird
animal.
solitaire. Well, someone else has already got animal.
That's true. Good job, Chris.
Well,
Does that make me Heidenreich
done. Yeah.
or draws?
All right. Let's not say any of those jokes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to. I want to sleep well tonight. That would be. I don't want to. I don't want to wake up guilty, as I often do. I'm a bad person. Oh no, I'm still awful. Jeez.
STO. Nate is the best.
Shut up.
Tell Ellie to shut up. What is the matter
Oh,
with
I'm
you?
sorry. Shut up. I'll say it nicer. Shut up. How's that? Is that better? All right, Justin.
Uh-huh.
Now, with this being the deader period, there's an event that happens every January 4th, right?
Mm-hmm.
4th. Whether it's a Tuesday, whether it's a Monday, whether it's a what's some of those other days? Friday. January 4th, every year,
Every year.
the Eastern gods bestow upon us.
Oh, you named his Mohawk Nate. That's some serious Nate appreciation there.
Does one name a Mohawk?
You don't name your hair? You've got the one.
Wherever it is. No. It's in a drawer somewhere.
Happy Nate Appreciation Day.
My hair
From
was
one Alfredo Torres.
what? My hair was taken, Justin.
Nate Appreciation Day.
It wasn't even a lucha de apuesta. I just cut it off one day, and some old lady argued with another old lady working there on who was going to take my hair.
Who's going to take my hair?
Because one of them was going to make it into a wig. So there's some elderly woman somewhere near the Janiff Shopping Center area of Norfolk, Virginia, that very much, very likely is wearing my hair right now. That scares me. I hope it seeps into her brain and makes her weird. Continue.
Why do you wear wings and wigs, if I may ask?
Me?
Nice little frogs reference for nobody.
I'm not even sure they would get it.
Well, one of them's dead, so.
He's not getting
He's
nothing.
dead now!
That I get. Justin,
Nate will be a star one day. I wish.
Yes.
Can I hitch to your star?
As I densely collapse and someday burst into flames. Yes. Sure. I don't know where you're going to find a hitching post, but by all means, throw a wagon on me. It's going to be terrible.
Hey, mister.
Have you started?
Uh-huh.
Oh, for Christ's sake, we're all gone now. All of a sudden, it's going to be a goddamn rodeo show.
We're going to be a posse.
What'd you call me?
You're a posse.
Like
You can't say that word.
Like I'm fat, but come on, man. What's up? I'm still just one dude. Every January 4th, we get Wrestle Kingdom.
It's a whole kingdom of wrestling.
New Japan's, for lack of a better term, WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Their big show.
The
Really big show.
Well, a lot of people, like, going into this, I feel like we've reached a weird time in the internet, and the internet weirdly dictates a lot of what is said and thought.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a prevailing thought going around about New Japan that it's on a weird downward trend.
What's funny is you say that, and
It's not me.
number one,
think
I
that.
wholeheartedly agree that people are saying that.
Yeah.
But on that same token, everybody is, well, this Wrestle Kingdom card looks stacked.
Exactly.
No shit, it does every year.
Yeah. Now I gotta tell you, I was getting a little down on the Wrestle Kingdom card because I was seeing some of the matches that were coming through, and I saw went through the G1, and I was all like, "Oh man, it's gonna be Naito's year again, and they're finally gonna put the damn championship on. It's gonna be great. I'm excited for a Naito reign, Naito versus Omega at Wrestle Kingdom, fantastic." And then Tanahashi won, and I was like, "All right, okay, well, all right."
It's weird.
And, well, no, it's not weird. Tanahashi is like your go-to, man. He's, for lack of a better term, he's 80s Hulk Hogan over there. He comes out and he plays air guitar, and people are like, yes, we enjoy this. Can you do that? Mm-hmm. No, look, nobody likes this. Well, how do you feel, people of the world? Or
All I hear is cheering.
on the right button, Justin. I've never pressed the button before. Don't let me do that again.
La 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 laws, la laws, laws, laws.
Breaking them. What's up? My favorite part of that video? The very beginning where he's talking in his normal voice.
Yeah.
Does my Santa hat look okay? And how about my bandana?
Oh, it all looks terrific.
Oh, thank you, guys. Breaking laws. You know what? In that moment, I was like, this Chuggo, he's all right.
Come on, fucking
What? Why? But
Dummy. Yeah.
I ask a stupid question, I get told I'm stupid. Ain't wrong. But the whole thing about New Japan was there's thought going around now that it is not in a good place.
Yeah.
Now, there's some behind-the-scenes stuff that haven't helped that perception.
Mm-hmm.
Like they've changed some of the upper management, and a lot of people are like,
All right.
And a lot of the talent there has also expressed a little bit of discontent with the management as well. And I feel like it's become I want to say a westernized thought process, but there isn't as much. I can't say how is there less of a not thing. There's more outspokenness. People seem a lot more willing to defy company loyalty and be one to say, hey, I ain't happy here. I don't like what's happening. What the hell is going on? Or I might not be here in a year. And there seems to have been a lot more of that. And that contributes to another thought going around that, hey, man, these westernized wrestlers, the gaijins coming in, have changed what New Japan kind of is. And I don't know if it's for the best. And you got to pair that with a lot of talk going with, hey, what the hell is Cody and crew doing?
Mm-hmm.
Are they leaving? Are they staying? And that's all on top of, I know I'm like throwing out 8 things all at once, but it's just the weird dynamics that are happening there. The short contracts that end in January.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, I mean, a few years back, a 2-year deal was kind of unheard of. It's like, wow, a multi-year deal for this dude. It used to be kind of just January to January. It's like, all right, we've made it to Wrestle Kingdom, and we want to go with you, so we're signing you to a contract. Or get the hell out, bye. But, again, there was more company loyalty not that long ago. I mean, you still had other companies, and people would leave, and people would come back. It would happen. But it was all done kind of above board. Nobody would kind of scheme behind their back, like, that company's...
Gene?
Yeah. Nobody's going to try to... God damn it. Nobody's going to try to, like, really steal away as much.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like a lot of those Western ideas have come into New Japan. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, or if it's just different, or if I like it because it's more akin to what I know. And I don't know if I feel good about it because it's more like what I know, or if I feel bad about it because it's... I don't want to say perverting, but changing the idea of what wrestling is there and how a company like a New Japan works. So,
well, if it's going to be global, it has to at least mold somewhat to what happens here.
But if it's going to go global, do you want to keep with what it is, the traditions of it, the hard-hitting style, the brand loyalty, the focus on in-ring action over characters much, the longer form, more main event style pacing, where people are just chopping and punching and kicking the hell out of each other for 30 to 60 minutes at a time? Or do you want a more westernized style? And you have to take into consideration the biases of the viewing audience. Mm-hmm. We are a product of Western wrestling. Hey, mister. We grew up 80s time watching larger-than-life characters do, I don't want to say lackluster matches, but it wasn't always about the matches. It was more about the character in most cases. The people that were your biggest stars, the most over, if you will, were the ones that were the largest characters, who sold the most merchandise, who were the most marketable, over-the-top cartoon characters. Mm-hmm. New Japan wasn't about that all that long ago, and then it feels like we had an influx of more Western wrestlers because they came up with that Western ideals. And it was something new and something different and something crazy over there. And it's been something that's brought in the international eye. But has that ruined something that was special?
Jared, on this topic, I feel it's the normal post G1 low.
It's that time of year.
Omega having 2 title matches against Cody felt, and here it is one thing I will absolutely agree with. Cody never felt main event in his New Japan, any of his New Japan stuff. He just felt like a mid-card, which is fine.
He felt second banana-ish to Omega. Omega feels big and feels good, and he fit in that culture. But he still had that westernized ideal of giant character. But it always came back to a respect. You knew he respected that business, and he played a character in there. And when he went face-ish, he was the first one to jump on the mic and speak in Japanese to the Japanese crowd. When he's a bad dude, never.
Yeah.
But you knew he was good because he respected the culture and was willing to jump in on it. And he knew those little fine touches that let him fit into that world. Kenny Omega went over and fit into New Japan and became a star by incorporating Western ideas into a New Japan career. Some of the other guys, and I don't want to I'm not putting it on Cody or not saying that it's even a bad thing, but it's just a different path. Cody came over as pure character.
Yeah.
And that was a major thing. But is that necessarily New Japan? It's good wrestling to us because that's what we know. But it isn't two dudes in trunks beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term.
Yeah.
That's the term. It's a technical term. I don't know. If you turn to your textbook, page 48, you'll see two dudes in trunks beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, that's
it's a
what it
picture.
says.
It's not written. I don't know words.
The Bullet Club fighting just ending with nothing felt very odd. Naito is just stuck, it feels. And that's at least my takes. The wrestling is great, but great wrestling isn't everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes there has to be story. And what I like about New Japan is I don't have to be involved in the story. I don't have to watch
That's
weekly.
what's been weirdly made them accessible when we first started peeking at it was, all right, who's this dude? Okay, he's a bad dude. As a good dude. Wow, this is fun.
And they're
it's
beating
easy.
the crap out of each other. This is great.
These two dudes in trunks are beating the shit out of each other. And it's more, it harkens, I don't want to say it harkens back to a more simple time here, but maybe the word is more pure time here. Because that happened in, 70s and 80s when it became more about characters. But before that, it was more about two dudes in trunks beating the hell out of each other.
Yep.
See, Western, they beat the hell out of each other. In Eastern, they beat the shit out of each other.
Oh,
That's the difference.
all right.
So, is it a bad thing that they've kind of bastardized what that is? Or is that modernizing,
I don't know. We'll
making
see.
it a good thing? Or is it bastardizing, ruining a good thing?
Because I think, what was it, 9 where I started watching Nakamura?
Jesus Christ.
I'm not going to say it.
I'm not going to say it.
Not going to say it. I think Nakamura in 9 is where I started watching. And then I watched 9, 10,
No Time for Love,
11.
Dr. Mexico.
12. So this will be my 5th one.
Ooh.
As a card, 12 was the best
Right.
because there was more matches that were accessible. But it was the least New Japan. Because the first one I watched, there was like 3 matches that I was like, oh. Because like all the first ones are just like, okay, all right. Like random multi-mans.
They rely on that a lot, which is, man, when you're working every night, a 6-man match is a hell of a relief.
Well, and
it
again-
still shows off the individuals.
And it stinks that I get bored by it, but it makes those singles matches feel huge when you get to them.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
There has to be a reason. It doesn't just kind of happen.
Yeah.
Which is also what kind of makes G1 special. Because it's like,
Again.
hey, why are these two dudes fighting? Because it's a tournament. We'll never see them touch otherwise. All right, this is special and it's exciting. But again, that gets back to, it feels like it gets back to a more pure thing as opposed to the more cartoonish thing.
And 9 was where I saw my first Omega match. I was like, oh, I like this guy.
Yeah, he seems okay.
He seems like he could be cool.
But as far as westernization being introduced into it, is Bullet Club too close to what NWO was? And,
They won't be when the Elite leave.
but is that, was the NWO in retrospect a bad thing?
Yes.
Do you have to take the bad at the end
Yeah.
and in order to get the good that was the beginning? Because it started good, right?
It started amazing.
and,
Again,
Bullet Club started good and has been good for a while. But
and
has
it's
it
going to
gotten
be in good hands too.
has it gotten to a point where it's not as good?
I don't know.
And do they have a far better exit strategy than WCW did with NWO?
Seems like it.
I hope
Firing
so.
Squad.
I hope
I
so.
like that.
I do too.
I like all the players in it.
Mm-hmm. I feel bad that we never got a big send off kind of deal,
Yeah.
and I don't even know that it's going to be necessarily a send off because nothing's still committed yet. Just rumors with the what was the name of the wrestling company?
AEW.
AEW.
All Elite.
All Elite Wrestling.
It's all still rumors.
And it's all still rumors.
January
'cause
1st.
Does Kenny Omega retain? And if he does he stay? Or is this new era where New Japan is willing to work with outside companies? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I feel a little worried that we're losing something special in New Japan, but at the same time, my eyes are on it. So is that a bad thing?
I don't know.
It's all. I'm sorry to bring like weird philosophical questions that aren't meant
What
to be
else are
answered.
we gonna talk
I'm
about?
asking you.
TLC?
I'm asking you answers to questions that are philosophical. Just rhetoric here, and it's not that it's so much an answer. It's just that I always worry. I always just worry. What's up?
Jarrett, I feel like this new Bullet Club with Jay White is getting back to the roots, but the Elite breaking off could be a lot better for both groups. That's what I was just saying. Jay White is a star in the making. I feel him versus Naito in a few years could be money. That's what I was saying about...
Speaking of, hey, look who he's at with on the Wrestle Kingdom card. It's Okada.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
yeah.
you remember, what was it that I watched
We can
recently?
run down that here in a minute.
I guess it was in October, maybe at this point, maybe early November. But like he was starting to brush up with Okada, and I was like, that's going to be huge for him
yeah.
because that's what he needed.
I mean,
'Cause-
he came in strong and then like took a couple losses like right away, and then he's been able to build up, and he's consistent and he's good and he's got a character, but he's also a damn fine wrestler. I think he's found a good mix of character and wrestling. He hasn't let it be all character because he definitely has the skills to back it up, and his character is not. I don't want to say complexity is a bad thing. But complexity makes accessibility a little harder. He's very accessible. Not that you'd want to go like, hey, because he'd stab you.
Switchblade.
But yeah, very simple, but also deep enough that it's not completely surface or completely shallow. And I feel New Japan's in a weird place where it's like there's that fine line. Coming in with Western eyes, there's a lot of guys that I feel get lost in the shuffle that have been there forever and who are amazing and have built that company that are just like, all right, dude in trunks, all right, go on. This is fine. This is fine. Go ahead. Like,
Two people are watching on Periscope.
it's not her.
Tell me who you are if you're watching on Periscope.
I'm Nate.
Tell me who you are.
I'm not watching a Periscope.
Yeah.
Not to. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Fredo, what's good about Bullet Club is they go away, so it's never as big as NWO. Yeah, that's essentially what we're saying.
Yeah.
Although, technically speaking, members-wise, I'm pretty sure they are as big as NWO.
But
And they've even splintered like NWO did.
yeah, which is why
And
I've been
one of
worried
them's
about it.
called the Elite, like NWO.
And so I worry that if they stayed, is that cluster going to continue, or would it be a good thing to finally get some resolution and have them go away as a result? Or do we see further splintering and then we end up with Wolfpack?
That's kind of what the Elite is. Well,
I
technically
guess.
speaking, NWO Elite was after the splintering, after Black and White and Wolfpack. Believe me, I've been watching 99 Nitro.
I know you have, and that's why I'm weirdly tapping into it. I want to see if you see any similarities between the two, and what was bad about the NWO, and how they can avoid it with Bullet Club.
Technically speaking, in this, even though the Elite would be Wolfpack because the Wolfpack were good guys.
Were they?
Yeah. Well, initially, because
Yeah.
they brought in Sting, they brought in Luger. It was Sting, Luger, Mach, Nash, and they were tired of Hogan's shit, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, yeah, we're going to do it our own way. And actually, initially, Mr. Perfect, or Kurt Hennig was with them, and
Mr. Prefect.
Scott Hall as well. So it was like a six-man group. And then
Which is a lot of dudes.
Scott Hall deflected and went back to black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And then same with Hennig, deflected and went back to black and white. So it was a 4-man group, and it didn't last. K-Dog was in it too. Sorry. And K-Dog gets booted. But essentially, they were the good guys because they brought in Sting, they brought in Luger, but they brought in Luger in a bad guy way because he double axe hammered Goldberg when Goldberg was mad because of the title gimmick. But then you had the finger poke of doom, and after the finger poke of doom, that's when they became NWO Elite. They basically combined at the top of the black and white with the Wolfpack, and they called themselves the Elite.
And then we had Horace Boulder coming into his own, finally.
Nope.
No? No?
Nope.
Someday.
Although he did leave the flock and join the black and white at that time. Yeah, it's not good.
I know it's not good, but how do they avoid those same downfalls? Like, is there a point at which you said, all right,
They should have, after Sting won the championship, the initial splintering of the group should have been the end. Like,
just go back to singles?
well, you could have let the Wolfpack kill off the NWO. You could have played that storyline out, take Hogan away from the title and Nash away from the title, and have them feuding until like each faction is dwindling in members, and then it just magically disappears. It's no longer two factions, no longer even one faction, then you put them back in the title picture.
Oh man, I
Or
know they were already done at that time, I guess, but I was always hoping that it would have been 4 Horsemen that come back and defeat the NWO.
Well, in '99 they come back
The perennial. I know they did
as
I
bad
know.
guys.
I wish they would have came back as the perennial villains, come back and be the saviors, and that would have been an amazing story to tell. But another time, another place. Now, has Bullet Club reached that terminal capacity?
I think the advantage that New Japan and
Or
Bullet Club
are
has,
they a step ahead of it with the Elite kind of breaking off on their own?
Yeah, I think so. But I
Okay.
think the biggest thing that they have going for them is they're not on American television every week.
You think so?
Yeah, because we're not having to see like
20-minute promos.
we're not having to see Hogan in a 20-minute promo. We're not having to see Horace Boulder versus Conan for no reason.
Kind of want to see that. Is that a real match?
I'm sure.
Oh, man.
I'm sure.
After the show, let's watch all of Horace Boulder's best matches.
All right, that'll last all of 0 matches.
Oh, man, come on, man. I hope. He's probably an old man now, and he'll beat the hell out of both of us at the same time with a stick.
Okay, yeah. I didn't say he wouldn't beat me up.
Oh, okay.
Just said he's not a good wrestler.
God damn.
I don't think I'm speaking out of school here.
All right. You know what? Repo Man's gone next week. I'm making if I can find a picture of Horace Boulder, that's my dude. You
right.
can have Hogan. I'll have Horace.
No,
No? You don't want that?
man. I'm not Bay yet. There's an update.
Hey, he took
You're
my,
repossessed.
he took my finger.
Boom, boom, doom, boom, doom, boom, boom, doom, boom, doom.
I know that if I played the Repo Man music, haven't heard it in 100 years.
Repo Man.
There it is. Okay, of course you know it. So we get into the Wrestle Kingdom card. Now building into it, I wasn't super psyched about it, right? Because the top of the card was going to be Tanahashi. That's not it. The top of the card was going to be Tanahashi versus Omega, and I felt like, oh man, because I was really more.
Remember when he stole the $1 million championship from Virgil?
He stole a lot of things,
Yeah. That was his big feud with Virgil going into Survivor Series.
like my heart. He stole my heart.
Yeah. You like him
That's all.
better?
No, that's all I wanted. All I wanted in the '80s was every wrestler to have an outside job.
Yeah.
And Repo Man seems like a. First of all, he didn't even bother with a name like Duke Droese. Like
Who was on Steve Austin's show.
I
this
heard
week,
that was
by
like
the
a
way.
must listen. It was like really good apparently. I don't know.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Dude, the last thing I want to do is put on a headset and talk. Wait, no, I mean, okay. It's a bad promo for the show. Jesus Christ. Hold on, I realized where I was. I'm sorry, Justin.
I'm used to it.
It's okay. No.
At least somebody loves me.
No. Who?
Liv.
Okay.
Oh, she loves me.
So that being the top of the Wrestle Kingdom card, I wasn't super excited for it. And I got kind of deflated after the G1, and it was like, all right.
Jericho being Intercontinental Champion does nothing for you?
Okay. Kept my eyes on it a little bit.
Mhm.
Okay. And then we're going to get into we're going to determine who the number one contenders are going to be for the tag titles. And it's like, all right, another tournament. I can get excited for that. And then all of a sudden the card just weirdly coalesced over the last couple of weeks.
This is the perfect time for it when nothing's happening.
Exactly, and that's what you can get excited about. Now, do you have the corresponding wrestling to match it? No, because it's build week.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna get a lot of touches, a lot of tag, and a lot of 6-man stuff leading into it. But I'm not going to watch it. Yeah, I know he does.
Do you?
Go ahead, see if you can find me a picture of Horace Boulder, if you would. I don't think we can necessarily put that one up there, but I'll be damned if we. No, those are all Luke Gallows. What are you doing?
Oh, this is definitely Horace Boulder.
Hey, look. Okay, look. Nothing personal, Mr. Mexico, sir. Hey, you look a little Horace Boulder yourself. I'm just saying. I don't know.
It's like you two breeded.
I mean, we could.
There we go.
It's so perfect, Cross. What does he have there? Oh,
remember when Hogan had the weight belt?
uh-huh. So
So
Horace,
he had a Horace one.
did he lift weights? I'm sure he did.
I'm sure.
That's probably all he did.
He was a boulder after all.
Did Boulders lift weights?
Mm-hmm.
Stop, please. There's the one I'm pulling, by the way. Give me that one. I can cut that one out. Oh, he looks so sad. What's wrong, Horace?
This must have been like 99, because look how jacked he looks.
Uh-huh. That's
You look jacked, baby.
cool. Yeah. Oh, I can do that one too. Where you cross the arms and you push your fake pecs up, so you look like a strong, tough fat dude.
He looks like a fat version of. I say fat, but he looks like Carl Anderson.
It does.
Well, Abs Anderson there.
Can we? Okay.
Hmm?
There's your new Twitter mission. Can you convince Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson to adopt Horace Boulder? Get to work on that.
Mm-hmm. You got this?
What?
You got this while I do that?
Nah, but still. The Wrestle Kingdom card started to coalesce. Okay? We already have the Tanahashi versus Omega thing. And after initial trepidation, I started to come around on it. Tanahashi's really good, man.
Yeah, he is.
Tanahashi's a hell of a performer. He's the 80s Hulk Hogan of New Japan, and he's really, really good. Always does a damn good show, and he's representative of the most outlandish of the more reserved New Japan, and I think that's a good fit for Omega, who's the most reserved of the outlandish Western, or more Western style. And as we get closer to that match, the more promo time I see between them, the more build I see between them, and the more... Yes, please.
Tweet.
There you go. I'm pretty sure that they would. I got to think.
Ooh, I need to reach out to them about Super Secret Project. I bet you they would voice somebody in Super Secret Project.
Yeah, but they wouldn't do their own voices.
Good brothers.
All right.
That's fine.
Okay. So as that weird almost crossover between the Eastern and Western styles, I think that I can get excited for the two of them. And you know it's going to be a damn good match. Tanahashi always has a good match, and it's Kenny Omega, for Christ's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of the other stuff started to come into focus, but one specific match got announced, and this
Scurry?
What's that?
Scurry?
Huh?
Scurry?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Scurred?
Yes, I am scared. Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Kota Ibushi is now the never open weight champion. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Champion. Look good with a belt. But he's always been...
Braden.
I don't want to say that he's necessarily flippant, but he's not been somebody that the companies really rely on a whole lot because Ibushi is independently wealthy, loves wrestling,
And showed his butt off.
and
Did you see that picture?
No.
One-
Ask them if they'll adopt Kota Ibushi's butt, if you don't mind. Get on that. I got this. It's okay. I don't got this. Don't go nowhere.
We're talking about the New Japan card, Braden.
So Kota Ibushi is the never open weight champion.
Mhm.
After
He's
having
got a great butt.
Okay. He's weirdly been overlooked title-wise because he's a little more flighty, which is something that's it's a slight. It seems frowned upon in Japanese wrestling, but yeah, there you go. As it's more westernizing, they realize that Kota Ibushi is goddamn amazing, and he's worth investing in. The match he's going to have, whoever it would be with, would be amazing, and he's going to do things that are very likely to kill him.
Yeah.
Okay? That's a match with anybody. He's going in there with Will Ospreay, who also will do anything to potentially kill himself. Now, when you ask if I'm scared,
Say you scared.
I am legitimately scared.
Come on and don't be scared.
I have to. Don't try to tell them to man up because they're gonna hurt. Hey guys.
Be a man, Hogan.
No, don't listen to him. No.
Be a man, Kota.
No. Don't
You
be
won from Will Ospreay. That's what I heard.
Stop it.
Be a man.
Hey guys, it's a 60-minute time limit. Maybe you could spend like 50 minutes talking out your differences, and then nice, technical, nice old British style.
Be a man, Kota.
Oh no!
Come on and don't be scared.
No, they're
You're
gonna
running from Will Ospreay. That's what I heard.
Justin, they're running out of balconies to jump off of.
Be a man, Kota.
What? No! One of them is going to go to the roof of the Tokyo Dome. And I don't mean the inside.
Arena
I mean
rooftop match.
I mean the outside. And they're going to throw themselves at the other one.
That was always going to be my specialty, the arena rooftop match.
What are you going to do with monster trucks? Because I think I've seen this done. And
No.
so have you.
Yes, I have.
Damn it. After the scare, and I don't know that it's still not a scare yet of Hiromu losing him to next stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really worried that they're going to try to outdo each other and hurt themselves. That being said, I can't look away. It's going to be an awful train wreck. They're going to go long. They're going to go violent. It's going to be. Now, I don't know if this match listing they have has the order, but if that's the opening of the main card, oh boy, that legit is an analog to the. All right, I guess Seth Rollins has to open this card with the Intercontinental Championship. Follow that, a-holes. I got a feeling this is going to be the most ridiculous damn match that's ever happened. And we're going to see stuff that you never see and we'll never see again because one of them is going to get injured. I don't wish injury on anybody.
No.
But calm down. Guys.
Be a man, Kota. Come on and don't be scared.
No.
You're running from Will Ospreay. That's what I heard.
It's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be high flying.
Be a man, Ospreay.
He is.
Come on and don't be scared.
No.
You're running from Ibushi. That's what I heard.
You were working really hard to figure out how to shoehorn that note. Kota's only two Ibushi. All right. That match alone is enough to watch the entire card.
Okay.
That being said, at the end of this, you have Tanahashi and Omega.
That'll be a classic.
Good end. Well, of course, it's going to be Wrestle Kingdom. Now you have the
thing I like about Tanahashi and Omega is I feel like he's going to pull Omega more towards the center. Because like last year it was Omega and Jericho, and I loved Omega and Jericho. Don't get me wrong, but like, yeah, God, I hate saying Spot Fest because that's not correct.
It was more Western. That's what I refer to as the more Western.
And
hey, Mister.
And then there's Omega and Okada. You know,
which felt very Japanese Eastern main event pacing.
Yeah.
Good, great, long, steady, methodical, builds to a giant finish, and does what it does very well.
So I'm hoping that that's what Tanahashi will bring out of Omega.
The more I think about it, the more I think we have that perfect mix of as Eastern of a Western wrestler as you're going to get, and as Western of an Eastern wrestler as you're going to get, and you're going to get something remarkably special. And I look at Tanahashi and it's like, I wonder how many big matches he's got left in him. Well, he's got this one.
At least one.
I'm for damn sure he's going to have this one. Now, looking at the rest of the card, now it's like, okay, I've got 2 I can be excited for. I'm going to watch this 17-hour monster. This is going to be fine. There's a lot. What else in there is going to be good for me? And we've got the junior heavyweight tag team match. I don't know them as much. I know Roppongi 3K was Sho and Yo, and the champions right now are Kanemaru and El Desperado. El Desperado I've seen. I like. I'm excited. It's going to be a 3-way, and we're going to have Bushi and the newest member of LIJ, Takagi. I'm excited to see Bushi getting a tag mate. It makes me happy now that with Hiromu kind of out of the picture, at least for the foreseeable future. I was worried that Bushi was going to get kind of left behind, or I was hoping he was going to be pushed into the junior heavyweight championship picture as a single star. But
nope.
This is a great place for him, and I'm excited. It's going to be an exciting match.
They found a place for him.
They found a place for him. Everybody's got a place. I always feel like New Japan works with a slim roster. Even though they have a lot of dudes, I always feel like they work with a slim roster, but always manage to make it very entertaining and move it around enough to give you stuff that you didn't know you wanted or you haven't seen before. And it's always good. It's always good. Now, this has been a phenomenal year for Ishii. He's had ridiculously hard-hitting matches with a lot of dudes. And he's shown himself as a star, and I feel like he's a dude that is pushing more towards that. Go ahead.
Hi, Daniela.
There you go. He's pushing more towards that more westernized style of being the big tough dude. That being said, he's got a match with Zack Sabre Jr. And again, another match where I'm very worried that I don't think either of them are going to find a high balcony to jump off of. That being said,
arena rooftop.
I know they don't go to the
Be a man, Saber.
All right, go ahead. Fit Ishii into that other one. It's hard to say. Okay, don't. Good. I'm proud of you that you didn't succumb to my baiting. Well done. It's going to be very good, and I don't even. I'm not going to make match predictions over them. I can be excited for this match because it's going to be hard hitting and awful. And there's going to be submissions, and there's going to be punching and chopping and kicking like you've never seen before. And Ishii can take it and dish it out, and I'm pretty excited for it. Now, the finals leading into who was going to be the basically number one contender for the tag. Ended up being who was in the finals? It was Evil and Sonata versus was it Guerrillas of Destiny in the finals for that? I think it was. Sorry, I'm a fluster with it. Anyway, Evil and Sonata end up winning, so they get an opportunity at the titles at Wrestle Kingdom, which are currently held by the Guerrillas of Destiny. That in and of itself, fantastic match.
Yes.
And we're going to get basically a replay of the finals at Wrestle Kingdom specifically for the titles. Fantastic in and of its own. At this point, the Young Bucks introduce themselves into it and say, hey, aren't we owed a rematch? Which is a Western idea, not so much a New Japan idea, because New Japan is quick to say, you lost, get out. Okay, it's cool. We're moving this direction. Whatever. They're not as married to the idea of here's contractual rematch clause to get your, back and forth, back, done. They're doing it with this, and they're making it a triple threat, and you have 3 teams that have both won and lost against each other. As far as building a story, That's pretty great. Now, a lot of people were pissed. And again, this gets into the, hey, we're getting New Japan far too westernized, and it's not going to be, it's not as New Japan. The idea of the triple threat, the idea of somebody coming in and asking for a rematch clause, the idea of, I guess, ruining the sanctity of the of earning the shot by the Young Bucks inserting themselves in there. A lot of people saw that and were like, what the hell is this garbage? We don't do that here. Well, they're doing it now. So, does it suck? Maybe. Is it going to be a great match? Yes. Is it a good thing? Remains to be seen. That being said, I don't think the Young Bucks win, but they may also be. May be leaving soon. So who knows? That being said,
That's who, Daniela.
every time I
Also, that's who.
every time I see Evil and Sonata, I'm a very excited dude.
I love Evil and Sonata. His name is Evil.
His name's well, everything is evil. He's listed as King of Darkness. Evil.
COD.
What?
COD. Okay. Oh, Jesus. No, you don't do it. It's not even really spelling. It's just letters.
It's a lot of them though.
COD. KOD.
I'm talking about evil.
Evil.
Okay. Just side note, just for you.
Okay.
You're a Frogs aficionado. Yes, the Frogs.
I suppose,
You can see them on
On your radio dial.
on your radio dial. I went to sing Evil Jack, but I was going to be Evil
I'm Evil
Nate.
Jack.
I was going to put Evil Nate. I spelled evil wrong, and I was laughed at. And that was right.
Have you heard Evil Arthur with the awful name?
Yes, of course. I am not an aficionado, but but yeah, that gets to the point. It's is it bad that the Young Bucks are in the match? Maybe. Is it violate the sanctity of the tournament? Maybe. Is it going to be a good match? Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Is that what ultimately matters?
I don't know.
For New Japan, I think so. For me.
I don't know. And again, but you have to consider your bias going into there. Is that good for them in the long run to bring in those Western eyes, to have that attention, to do something weirdly spectacle like this?
If the match is good, because I watch for the matches, I don't watch for the stories.
But if
for New
somebody's
Japan.
if somebody's more of a New Japan purist, if they see this, are they like, this isn't what this is supposed to be about? I don't like it as much anymore.
But then do they become?
What is this WCW horse shit?
Do they become the?
The best in a small fun?
Rollins getting buried.
I don't know.
Is that what they become?
I really don't know. You'll never know until you see it in history.
Oh, look at Tanahashi getting buried. Nishi.
I really, honest to God, I thought you said Mike Tenay. I was like, yeah, I perked up like, what? Why? Leave him alone. He's an old man.
Voodoo Chile. I'll never forget. Voodoo Child. He said Voodoo. This, Hulk Hogan, of course, coming out to Jimi Hendrix's Voodoo Chile. The little head nod.
Okay. And we gave Mike Adamle garbage.
Yeah, right.
At least Mike Adamle like steered into it, and it became like, all right, well, he's clueless. Let's show him what clueless really is. Here we go, hockey man.
Jarrett says, I thought that same thing about World Tag League, but Yano and Ishii put themselves in the tag title match 2 years ago by stealing the tag titles. Just stole the titles to get in the match.
Yes, but it's Yano, and he can do anything he wants.
Okay.
It's my favorite. Like, I keep waiting. Every time a new shirt of his comes out, I'm like, not yet. Closer. All right, I'll buy the DVD. Come on. Oh, it's full of powder. Oh, no. What a jerk. He great. And then he tied my feet together, and I fell down. Guys, I fell down. Then we get into, and this feels like you're getting into the more Western type of thing, because you have Cody versus Juice, man.
For the U.S. title, right?
For the U.S. title.
That's a rematch.
I know, but is this where we're finally going to get that crowning moment for Juice? Because he
Possibly.
has been building up. He feels like Japan's favorite Westerner. Like, hey, we like this dude. He's a good one. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing or whatnot, but it definitely seems like the perception.
He's found a way to be flashy, but still fit into like a New Japan style.
Yeah.
I love Juice.
Because he's gone in remarkably respectful, and he's almost like I mean, as CJ Parker, he had a place, and then he did the. I guess I almost think this is a verb now. He Drew McIntyred, which is I need to go get better. Bye, and he's gone away, and he's gotten a lot better, and he's realized that gone away doesn't necessarily mean you're going away from something. You're going towards something else, and he seems to he's found his place to fit well, but still be himself.
I promise we'll answer that, Daniela. I promise.
Yes. Yeah, you already
That's why,
have.
yeah. She's my favorite thing in the WWE right now.
But you're going to get a more westernized style, but it's going to fit in that card as a place. And it's a match I can be excited for because I get a feeling it's going to be a crowning moment for Juice.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good feel-good moment.
Because he won the championship off of Jay White, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then lost it to Cody.
Yeah.
Kind of unceremoniously.
Yeah, and I feel like this is going to be the comeback
It's Wrestle
for that.
Kingdom, so.
Yeah, this is where you want the win.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be amazing. And he literally feels like Japan's favorite Westerner. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And then we get into the final 4 matches here. We get the Junior Heavyweight Championship, Kushida versus Ishimori. And Kushida is amazing to watch. Whatever. Kushida is one of those guys that always feels like he's kind of been in the I don't want to say he's been in the shadow because he's never been in the shadow. He's always been himself, but he's always been like number 3 as far as the junior heavyweights go.
Yeah.
I'm excited seeing him kind of the top of that division without having to make that transition to heavyweight. He feels like a guy that can stay in that junior heavyweight and be fantastic forever. And it's going to be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to be match of the night? Maybe, probably not, but
No. It won't be boring.
it's going to be kind of be the come down before going into the mains. Because the mains are kind of ridiculous. And then this gets into is Western invasion of New Japan a bad thing? Because here are your 3 top things. And I say Western, but Jay White's from New Zealand. It's not that Western. Not really. You're getting Jay White versus Okada.
That's going to be good.
The battle to see who gets to, keep Gato, I guess. Whoever does that gets to take him home and keep him in a cage. It's fun. And his beard. Gato is my beard goals, dude.
That's
all
gonna
right,
be,
what's
that's
that?
going to be the coming out party for Jay White.
Absolutely. I feel like they've introduced him. They kept him on the peripheral, and they had the whole deal, the story with him going into Chaos and then leaving it and taking Gato with him and going over to Firing Squad and making Firing Squad something kind of special, kind of interesting. And
we are in Virginia, Daniela.
And he gives that Western face to, and again, he's from New Zealand. I don't know why I say that, but I just mean more style as far as character wise.
Mm-hmm.
Western face to the Firing Squad, which has been, even though they're not Japanese, they feel like a staple of New Japan at this point,
Mm-hmm.
while purging themselves of the more Western characters. Hey, mister. So yeah, I mean, I don't even know who wins that, which makes me excited going into that. 'Cause either one of them can lose and it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But Okada doesn't really lose, and Jay White would benefit a lot from a win. Who knows how it goes? But it's gonna be great. Yep. And this is gonna be a good time to see long form Jay White.
That's what I was about to say. Is Okada works main events?
Yeah, he's not gonna do a 12-minute match.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be 30. And it's gonna be. You're gonna see the depth of Jay White. You're gonna see long form storytelling from him, and that's kind of exciting an exciting prospect.
Either you're going to see that Jay White can indeed work a main event style, or you're going to see him flounder and fail, which I don't think is going to happen.
And Okada doesn't allow. He's not going to let you.
No, it's going to be great.
Dude.
It's going to be great.
All right, and then we get into the. I guess this is a co-main. No, I don't think this is co-main. And I feel bad for Naito because I want Naito to be main event dude. But I think this is an important step to get him to be that main event dude. You've got Chris Jericho as the Intercontinental champion and Naito. And Jericho has done a fantastic job of doing a lot of building up for this.
Mm-hmm. Well, at first he was like, just because you announced it doesn't mean it's a
I
thing.
ain't doing this. I do what I want. What's up? And that's great. That's a great way to play.
Yeah.
Because he's being the snotty, evil bastard.
Yeah.
Which is going to endear Naito. Even though Naito has had this, turbulent relationship with New Japan, he's going to be the hero for New Japan. He's going to be the anti-hero that New Japan needs to go get the Intercontinental Championship back. And this time around, maybe he won't break it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he'll actually set it up right and then sit the hat on top of it.
Oh,
Who knows?
wouldn't that be nice?
No, he's not going to do that. The hat is the most important thing. But have you seen Naito's promo this week where he put on the weird Jericho face paint? First of all, Jericho's face paint is the weirdest, worst thing I've ever seen, and I love it because it's awful. And it makes me uncomfortable, and I enjoy that. Thank you. Naito's putting it on because I don't know, man. But as always, tranquilo. Never not.
Tranquilo.
Yes. He's gonna take a nap. I hope they do 10 minutes of napping.
It's nap time.
I hope they both just lay down and be like, nah, I ain't getting up.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. What's the ref gonna do? Count? And he starts counting. They're like, all right, we'll get up. And then the main event is again Omega versus Tanahashi.
It's gonna be a good card.
Yeah. As that card has come together, I went from I don't really care about it this year. There's a couple good matches. I'm interested in seeing the results. Nah, man, I feel like I can watch this card and it's gonna be fun. So yeah, I think I'm off that day. I think I'm going to enjoy being off that day.
All right.
I'm off every day.
Daniela asks, "Are you at your house?" Sort of. So
yes, we're at the power
We're
plant.
coming towards the end of the show anyway. Oh yeah, I did notice that. No Suzuki, no Goto.
Yeah, I mean, and I forget where I saw that pointed out, but it's like 3 of Suzuki-gun are competing on this card, but no Suzuki. 3 of his proteges are having fantastic coming out matches at Wrestle Kingdom, but he's not going to be on the card. Is it a bad thing? Maybe. Is that not being true to the pure nature of it, or are they? I don't know. I have a hard time feeling how this card took place. Am I excited for it? Yes. Did it get there in the most natural way? I don't know. And is the most natural way to follow those Western storytelling tendencies, or is it to trend towards your more pure New Japan style? And who gets lost in that shuffle as a result? There's one person I wouldn't think would be lost, and that would be Suzuki, because Suzuki translates into any language.
Yeah, scary
Dude,
that just beats people up.
like, was he actively fighting the barber as he was getting the haircut? Is that how that happened? Or did he beat the barber up afterwards?
Well, he did that too.
Or did he break the barber's hands and then say, cut my hair? But like really scary and probably in Japanese.
Maybe, possibly.
I don't know.
Daniela,
Is it bad that Suzuki's hair is Jeff Hardy's lawn?
help Jeff with my lawn. I'll cut your hair.
Then
Jeff will help cut your hair.
in a match between Minoru Suzuki and a lawnmower, I'm picking Suzuki because he seems like much meaner and could possibly do more damage than an active lawnmower.
Danielle has asked a couple times who are our favorites in WWE. I feel like this is a good time to ask because next week we'll have TLC.
As something that we can be excited for.
And then the week after that will be the day after Christmas. So we'll have to figure that out. What we're going to talk about that week. But this would be like current favorites in WWE. Becky Lynch is my favorite thing on WWE television across the board.
Okay.
Every week she does something that is super entertaining to me. I'm looking forward to what she's going to do next. I'm looking forward to when she's going to wrestle next. My favorite, period.
I always trend towards and this is odd and this is weird. I like seeing guys that have worked weirdly hard and have made, and this applies to Becky Lynch too. I think that's the reason why you dig her. She's worked really hard for a long time and finally like weirdly taken the reins herself. You've become
smashing new glass ceilings.
You've found a way to transcend as your character beyond the writing and the story, and you weirdly prevail. And that's a fantastic thing. So you can't You can't hate on.
She was trading barbs with Corey Graves earlier.
I saw that. It's like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And then Graves tried to come back. It's like, come on, man. Would you not? Not because I just don't want him to get hurt.
Yeah.
I don't want him to hurt his feelings.
You don't want that smoke.
Gravy, like it's amazing that they're being able to cooperate down here on the
Yeah,
line
right.
there. Yeah, they're getting along somehow, some way. Becky's yelling for some reason. The worst thing that Becky did this week was the Twitter about Charlotte. Did you see that picture?
Was that the one with the?
Yeah.
She was out for a month for.
Yeah,
a reason?
I was out for one day for this. A picture of her bleeding from the face.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte was out for a month for I don't know some reason, and then a very strategically cropped picture.
Yeah.
Vicious and awful.
Did you see this one?
What?
Where Seth Rollins admitted that Becky Lynch is the man?
No.
Yeah, he was on a radio show.
Well, he ain't wrong. What's up?
Hey, look at that. Becky Lynch liked our photo.
You gotta be kidding me.
Read that. What's it say?
It can't be right.
Oh, look, it's her.
What the hell are you doing? What'd you tag it with? Please?
Well, her,
Hashtag please?
the man, and then her.
Oh, good Lord. Look
I
at you.
tagged her in the photo.
Everybody loves you. Why? You have no answer.
We don't selfie.
Okay. So when you talk about those weird self-made dudes, I like the dudes that get over on character more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get that weird cross between the two that is amazing, and you can't look past Drew McIntyre for that.
Mm-hmm.
Drew McIntyre is weirdly thriving in what is ostensibly a kind of awful environment right now. Nobody should be doing well over there, and they've kind of weirdly tried to address it as though, hey, you know how this has been garbage? Yeah, we know. Cool, it's this dude's fault, and that's the storyline. What's up? Baron Corbin, we're going to need you to take it into whatever. Drew McIntyre seems to be succeeding in spite of that.
Mm-hmm.
He has that weird respect and adoration. Other dudes that I feel are on that same thing, you can't look past New Day and especially Usos.
Yeah, Chris said Usos in the chat.
Yeah, Usos are they don't need titles to feel credible all the time, and I feel like they grew up as being like store-bought characters. Here's what you're gonna be. Here's your face paint. You're gonna be beloved. And when they went heelish, they became more beloved because they feel real.
Yeah.
And it's pretty fantastic. New Day, that's who they are.
Yeah.
And
They're just three dudes.
And Kofi's just the best. All right, this week you saw the rap battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know we're not want to delve in too much.
Shamey.
Shut up. I covered my eyes and face and put my hands over my ears.
Ooh, no, that's what that was. That's what that was. This what that was.
That is what that was. That's trash. Big E looked like he was about to preside over a funeral.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that.
And Kofi and Xavier Woods were dressed as Harry Lloyd.
Great and greater.
Harry,
That's
Dunn, Harry Dunn and Lloyd Christmas.
For Christ's sake. Kofi's the best. I'm glad they let Kofi hit the mic. I always felt like Kofi never gets quite the mic time as the other two dudes because they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Kofi takes that mic. But you can tell there's Big E and Xavier love and respect Kofi more than anyone in the world.
This is a super long shot.
What's
But
up?
this was something I thought about recently,
What?
since we're on the topic of Kofi.
Uh-huh.
Who's the evil bad dude that's the world champion?
Evil bad dude. That's the world champion.
Yeah.
Believe that's one. Is it the old Daniel Bryan?
No. That guy could never win a championship.
He's B+ player. Of course not.
Right, exactly.
Oh, the new
new Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. What about him?
Kofi always has a Rumble thing.
Okay.
What if this year Kofi's Rumble thing is winning the goddamn Rumble? Kofi Kingston versus the new Daniel Bryan? Look, that's it's super duper long shot.
All right.
But if anybody's going to do that, it's Daniel Bryan. and you know both Woods and E are with that,
Yeah. And
Kofi deserves
and
it.
everybody wants Kofi,
Everybody wants Kofi,
but they also don't want to break up the New Day.
and you don't have to in that.
I know you don't, but it's going to take them having to prove that that's a thing that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
I got to think that Daniel Bryan also had a big part in the Mustafa Ali match.
Oh, absolutely.
He had to say, hey, I need somebody that I can job out this week to get a build going into TLC for the match with AJ. I got to win against somebody. Let me pick who I beat. I want that dude. And they're like, all right, whatever. And then he's like, it's going to be a great match. Hey, Mustafa, it's going to be a great match. It's going to be so good. I can't believe this nigga legend. We're going to be great.
But again, like,
Love you.
this goes back to
No.
Raw saying, "Oh, we're gonna give you Jinder Mahal," and SmackDown Live going, "Fucking great!"
Yeah. All aboard the Ginger train. It takes off from the train place.
Look, man.
Get in. Go on. Get in. I tried to make it that work. It worked in the pre-show.
I'm cool with Drake Maverick and Leo Rush in the roles that they're in.
Yeah.
I mean, it's utilization. They're getting screen time. Cool. However, you look at SmackDown Live,
Yes.
and they take a guy. Finally, they take a guy from 205 Live and put him in there with their world champion
Like straight away.
straight away.
Mustafa Ali has been killing it, dude.
He has had. You could make a case that he had the best 2018.
And you look at he's like, hey, no time for a promo for me. I'll film my own. I don't care. I'll put my own package together. Here we go. And the man is on point as far as knowing what to do.
Mustafa Ali
character-wise.
is on point.
Yeah.
There's only one the man.
That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's okay. The match with Daniel Bryan was fantastic. I wish there was just that one slight pause between the 054. Even if he was going to miss it, he had to miss it.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things he hates, and it's got to be the end, right? So he had to miss it. But I wish he could have just taken a pause up there at the top and just soaked it in for a minute.
For a sec, yeah.
Because, I mean, you could tell how excited he was and how energized Bryan was for the match, too. And it wasn't quite like the Rusev gets excited and it's like, oh, geez, and you could feel it in his actions. Mustafa Ali was just a little quicker than usual. Man, if he just paced that out, so good. But you see so much good there. And they really built him up as a credible threat. And they promoted the hell out of it.
Yep.
And they made it a big deal. And it was, even though it wasn't the main event, it was the opening match, was like as second place good as you can get. And damn,
He killed
he
it.
showed.
Yep. He showed up.
And
he did well.
And it promotes, like we were talking about at the beginning of the show, getting that crossover between Mixed Match Challenge and having ramifications on the main roster shows. This is saying that, hey, 205 Live exists in this universe, or 205 Wednesday exists in this universe. NXT exists in this universe. The NXT UK exists in this universe, and it all is encompassing. And anytime you can get that crazy crossover. That being said, I feel like we're going to get that pulled out from under us when SmackDown goes to Fox. Because Fox has been very much we want exclusivity, and we want these dudes, and we want this to be a sportsy show. I hope they allow the crossover. I don't think WWE will give up that level of control.
Yeah.
But,
Well, we got till October to find out.
we'll see.
Just a couple notes here. Chris Witt says, and Ruby Riot's Savage Anvil Neidhart table.
Woo, man, damn.
It's got people legit hating.
Yeah.
Oh, she went too far. You're getting worked, and it's okay.
And I got a feeling Natty is... First of all, this is going to bring a lot out of Natty,
Yes.
which is great.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be for a title. It could be a legit grudge match in the women's division. Super excited for that. And I got a feeling Natty's up there going, go a little farther. Go on.
Yeah.
And
The Hearts are a wrestling family.
and if the Anvil were still able to watch, he'd be like, yeah, I got some other shit you can break.
Yeah.
What's up?
I mean, yeah, and she killed it on the mic, and it was insane. I was like, well, all right, this is cool. I'm into this. Because I hate it.
She bad, yo.
She a bad. Jarrett says 205 Live guys need to be on TV more. Having them be on both Raw and SmackDown will be great if they keep with it.
Mix it in, man, and you got a lot of time to fill, and you could tell some other stories, and give me some matches I wouldn't expect.
When Daniel Bryan came back to wrestling,
You
Mustafa Ali versus Daniel Bryan was nowhere on my radar.
Who would expect to see that?
And wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Put him over like big time too. Like on the mic, just, yeah, man, you're great. But I see a little of me in you. You're not going to do what it takes, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which gave him the opportunity to say,
Yeah, but I'm here to fight.
yeah, I am. Here we go.
Jarrett,
He did more, because this should have just been, hey, I need someone to job out to me this week. SmackDown doesn't let that opportunity pass, and Daniel Bryan makes somebody look good. Even in berating and down-talking to them, it could have just been I'm going to kick your ass, kid. And you would expect that from some dudes. But nah, this was, I'm going to beat your ass because you need your ass beat, and because you're great, and I don't think you're that great, but here we go. It was a little more involved, and it was a harder work. And he was willing to do it for him. And as a result, we got a good match. We got to be excited for it. Good stuff.
Jared asks, with Becky liking the photo, can you have Becky be friends with me like Liv is with you? I promise. We'll get to there's a Liv update.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
What?
All right. Now, and that being said, with the Mustafa Ali versus Daniel Bryan, does fantastic things for 205 Live, because this wasn't the champion coming up and getting it beat down.
Nope.
Nah, this is one of the top contenders. And is he even in the match for this Sunday? No. It's going to be Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy, and that's going to be fantastic. So you're saying, hey, here's one of our tertiary individuals on 205 Live, and he can hang with the WWE champion and look good doing it and be a credible threat. SmackDown does a fantastic job of raising all boats, and now that 205 Live has shored up its USS Mustafa Ali, F that analogy. They get the crossplay, now they're cross-playing across brands. It's just going to make 205 look better, and make SmackDown look better as a result. It's a wonderful thing.
And you know who's
Meanwhile, Raw is like, hey, we're the big fish. Yeah, nobody cares.
You know who's over there on 205 Live, who was initially on SmackDown, who can now come back to SmackDown?
Oh?
Mike Bennett. I'm sorry, Mike Kanellis.
There you go. Yeah. That guy I've heard of. Yeah.
He's kind of like teaming with TJ Perkins, like they're being a couple jerks. It's great.
I like jerks.
Yeah.
Jerks are cool.
And I guess, I mean, I don't want to do like straight rundowns, but there are new Raw Tag Team Champions.
Are there?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know, man. As far as that team goes, they've done a good job of making themselves a team. And
I like the matching gear. I like it a lot.
I do, and they're meshing with each other, but
I still feel like it's leading to a bad guy turn for
Bob Roode.
Bob Roode.
He'll always be Bob Roode to me. That makes me happy.
It was unexpected. I mean, my brother goes, "Oh, I totally saw that coming." I was like, "Did you?" I mean, I guess technically, you know.
Nah, I thought AOP was going to run wild for a while.
Yeah.
And I was pretty excited about it, and then it didn't happen. I hope they don't. Those are two big, amazing, talented dudes, and they're young as all hell. And they've already earned the right to be at the top of a division because they're a team, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
And I like a team.
Maybe we see them win it back, and then the Revival kind of step in, because we already know that the Revival and AOP have tremendous chemistry. Could be good. Could be good.
Yeah. And it'll be a tag team versus a tag team, and I hate to say it, Raw is how good is even the Bar in a goddamn rap battle. I'll take them as a team because they've forged themselves into a team. From two singles competitors, they've forged a team and they've become a team. They've lived, they've worked, they've performed as a team. I'll take them over a mismatch any day, or just and I hate to say it, but Rude and Gable still feel like a mismatch, or just a random matchup to me, and that sucks to have the title carried by that. That being said, I don't wish ill upon them, and they're amazing performers. But as far as story-wise, I feel like they haven't gone through that trial by fire to build themselves together as a team yet. Now, through the scope of history, 6 months down the road, we might be like, "Yeah, Roode and Gable, man, what's up? They're the best." I'm not there yet. Maybe this is the steps you got to take through it, but you also have to look through the scope of history.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking the NWO earlier when it first happened. This is groundbreaking, and then a couple years later, it's like, "Oh my God, can we put this in the ground already? For the love of God!" Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Well, look at that, Becky Lynch liked her photo. It's so cool.
You can take credit. I don't want it.
Of course, it's my credit. I'm the one who tagged her.
You did it, yes.
I did that.
No, you said, "Hey, she liked her photo." No, I mean, happy to be in it. The fact that she liked it when I'm in the picture is that's very impressive. I don't know how the hell you pulled that off. I didn't do shit. Justin.
Speaking of, I didn't do S. Let's see, where is it? Is it here? Yeah.
Is it time for your update, sir?
Yeah, and I do not have the music. Make sure that's on. Yeah. And maybe I'll add us into here. Sorry, I forgot to do all this before.
It's okay. He's making a thing. There you go. There's us. Cam, there we are. You can move us down in the corner. And, ew. Yeah, don't put me near. That's going to be bad for stuff. Oh, God. Right. Self-conscious tub. There you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's much better.
Is this silly enough?
Sure. He's doing a thing. Trust me, it's worth it.
How silly is this? Is this silly enough or not silly?
Justin,
not silly enough?
It's everybody's favorite time of the week.
Mm-hmm.
It's my favorite time of the week.
Mm-hmm.
This is the best because I get to feel bad, and somehow I like that in a weird way. I'm a masochist when it comes to emotions. I've gone on far too long about myself. This isn't about me. This is about our favorite pairing. The couple.
Hold on.
I'll fill as long as you need, sir.
George says
got this all down.
Gable in a robe is bad for business. All right.
So we should get robes? There it is, everybody. Everybody's real favorite pairing.
That's true. The real mixed match challenge.
I'm in the corner where I belong. Hey, that's Liv. Why is she bigger than us? This is weird. Oh, I know why she's more famous than us. I mean, like, size-wise. Because she's attractive, she's talented, and she presents herself well online. She's interactive
she's
with the weirdos, and she's happy to cultivate a fan base by liking their random. Wait, what? Liking what? Justin?
No, she didn't. She doesn't like anything.
No, she doesn't.
She retweeted.
Is that? Oh,
bigger, better.
is it?
Yeah.
I don't know these things. You know why?
Why?
Stupid.
Okay.
It's ... Justin.
Look at this.
I'm looking. What do you got to show me?
This is. Well, last week it was like
Hold on, I'm going to do the thing where I look up at the thing.
Yeah.
Look.
Last week it was the random conversation that her and I had, right?
Yeah, that was weird. It was like you caught her in a sensitive moment. And she was like, "You know who I need in my life? Justin Wilson." And there he was, ready to be like, "Hey, what's up? Hey, no ghouls. What's up?"
No, actually, well, yeah, I guess I kind of instigated the, I was just checking on her.
You reached out.
Yeah, I was checking on her.
That's okay, I guess.
And she noticed that I was checking on her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And not just checking her out like most of the ghouls do.
Interesting.
Too ghoul for school.
Interesting delineation there, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking in. I'm not checking out.
Always checking in.
Okay.
The week before was a random retweet from her that was, it had her name in it. Like, what would, it was WWLT.
Mm-hmm.
What would Liv think? Naturally.
Bicycle? What am I getting for Christmas? What did you spell?
WWLT. What would Liv think? Naturally.
Natural.
Mm-hmm.
Natch.
So that little Nate is happening right now in 99 Nitro.
For Christ's sake.
He just wrestled Gorgeous George.
Of course he did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
So, this was
Scaring the
completely 100% random.
Justin is one to tweet at the Hulkster on Twitter. It's been on the screen the whole time. I reference to it now that it's not there.
Yeah.
It'll be back in a minute. Calm down, folks. You'll be able to reach out to him on Twitter. Justin is one to put his thoughts out there. Just like his Oh Hi Justin pod that's available on patreon.com/Oh Hi Justin. Become a member. You can be a part of a very elite crew that gets to listen to that.
The elite?
The ramblings of a madman. Oh Hi Justin.
So,
He's one to do that on Twitter as well, and he puts his thoughts out there.
or, sometimes I'm workshopping lyrics or whatever. Like, it's just random stuff. And, sometimes it's GIFs. And this time, I was like, man, I don't even, what time was it? It was 7:30 p.m.
You're not one to really keep a regular schedule.
No.
So odd things hit you at odd times, and you're very open and put it out there, which makes an at the Hulkster follow quite worth it.
So it was 7:30 p.m. and I was like, man, I could go for some cereal. I think I'm going to tweet about it.
As he does.
Yeah. So my exact words, I almost want a bowl of cereal right about now. That was my exact words. You can read it right there. Right. Oh, I can't put my hand in front of the thing. See, watch. Oh,
I got it.
I'm patting her back.
I got you.
Love you, girl. So,
Ew.
like 2 seconds after I put that out,
Yeah.
that was not too cool for school. How dare you, sir?
This is shimmying and shuffling, sir.
Uh,
You prefer Blue Meanie Dance? There you go. Is that better?
a lot of stupid going on.
This is a fine line between Blue Meanie Dance and Too Cool for School.
2 seconds later,
Yeah?
I get a notification retweet, and then I go to check it, and it's not there. And then I get another notification that says new tweet from Liv Morgan. I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh, it's a notification for me. And I push on my notification, and it says this. It's like you knew I'd retweet.
Did you tag her in that?
No. Nope.
All right.
This is even more random than the one before. It's like you knew I'd retweet. It's like she's suggesting her and I are on the same level.
What
On the
she's
same
doing is
wavelength.
she's cultivating what she finds entertaining and crafting her Twitter feed to result it. So when she goes on there, usually self promotion, putting some thoughts out there, being documenting her journey and her appreciation for those that she works with. Very positive, very fun thing. Also,
She
her
is
own
a
personal
great
thought.
follow.
It is, and because you're gonna get weird video of Riot Squad doing Riot Squad stuff, putting ketchup on doors, or kicking over cones and shit.
Singing SpongeBob SquarePants.
Happens. So the people that she follows, very limited group, and she has that for her own entertainment, for her own bit of solace, or whatever she goes to Twitter for, to look at her feed. And right there on the very top of her feed is one Justin Wilson, because she follows Justin for some reason, and
We all know why.
because he proudly professed his and confidently professed his, I'm gonna say, adoration for one Liv
I
Morgan.
love her.
All right. Okay. All right.
I do.
I'm done playing you games. This is done. You need to stop. Why did you make a fake Liv Morgan account to follow yourself? And how did you get it verified? Good answer. Good answer. I want the court stenographer to read that one back, please. Okay, thank you. That's what I thought I heard. Because it's going to be in court. Just saying.
You out your mind.
I'm going down to the magistrate, sir. Magistrate. So you randomly want some cereal, and she's like, yeah, what up, bro? Let's go get cereals.
Well,
I could say you're getting, oh my God.
thinking I made a fake Liv Morgan account.
Oh,
How
what-
dare you?
Oh, no.
How dare
He
you.
keeps doing it. Why does he do this thing? Oh, Jesus. Stop the brutality.
New toys are fun.
That man has.
But okay, so here's the
car
thing,
payment.
Nathan, because we need
Family?
to wrap up
Shit.
here soon.
I get this confused.
Like literally minutes. Somehow with nothing. Here it
Uh-huh.
is 2 hours later. She had
I have my weird philosophical have no answers analysis of what the hell's happening in New Japan.
so I I put that tweet out again, not thinking anything about is she gonna retweet that or anything. Seriously, because she hadn't been on. I get the notifications when she's on. Well, when she's tweeting, I should say. None for hours. I just randomly put that out. So
you weren't baiting. You were like, now's the time to go fishing for Liv.
Right. Which I rarely do. There are times.
I know you do.
But most of the time, nah. It's just whatever dumb thought is in my head. Here it is.
Here it
that.
is. It's not smack.
That's my dumb thought.
That's not that. It makes sense. That's not an unpleasant sound. Honestly.
Actually, you want to hear what I sound like? Here, I'll find it. Because this is what I sound like.
For the love of God.
Never mind.
When the lights go out.
This is what I sound like. This is what I sound like.
What the hell is this?
Hum.
Oh, okay. I was worried that you'd found a place to record.
No,
I'm
not
scared.
yet. That's what I sound like. Is it safe to say that Justin is Liv's favorite follow?
I don't know. Do we need to analyze her people she follows?
Well, I know
You want a
lot of
ranking?
coworkers, and I don't know. Like, there's a lot of interaction with her.
Mm-hmm.
Wish it was a little more.
Yeah, keep being you. Seems to be working out.
Seems to be working out in my favor. It's so weird, but it's the best.
Never thought you'd get over on just being yourself, huh?
No,
All these years you've been trying to be some other people. Push some other people. You know what people really wanted? You know what the people really wanted? Justin Wilson.
that's weird.
It is, huh?
It is really weird,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna steer into it. Hashtag Nate Appreciation.
Oh, shut the... Okay. Also, after the show,
Mhm.
I'm going to need a full debriefing on hashtag Wrestle Party.
Okay.
Watch out for that hashtag. Could be a thing.
We need.
Oh, shit. I don't have any other news.
Hold on.
You got something?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
and
my
actually, thank you, Jarrett. Jarrett gave us
Ooh,
this news.
Yeah,
February 1st. What are you doing?
He worked 6 days a week, 12-hour days. So, do I need to start putting in some leave now?
Maybe.
All right.
Here's why.
Oh?
What did we spend most of this show talking about?
Liv Morgan.
No, that was. I could though.
I know you could.
I'd like to.
Hey, it's okay, man.
Maybe I'll start doing a solo wrestle pod. Well, it'll just be all about Liv.
Hashtag Wrestle Liv.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Hashtag Liv Party.
It somehow seems worse.
What?
All
right.
I'm a creep, man.
New Japan coming to Charlotte February 1st.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ring of Honor? Is that what you said?
No.
Whoa. House of Hardcore. Who's going to be down? The NXT house show? Who's going to be in Charlotte?
New Japan.
But they're in Japan.
And normally they do West Coast shows.
Dude,
They're coming
what?
to Charlotte
Really?
February 1st, baby.
Ooh.
Hashtag Nate Appreciation Day.
Yeah, that's on February 1st?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless hashtag Confinate makes an appearance
Nah, man.
before then.
Nah, man.
Okay. Hey, Jarrett says he'd listen to the Live podcast.
I would. So would the prosecution.
What?
Just saying.
What kind of madness is this? How dare you, sir?
You're just hoping they're like a Mid-South tag team. Hey, we're the prosecution. We're going to put the defense to rest. And his name is... Okay. Shut up.
Eventually that'll happen.
The green screen's there.
Yeah.
Time to make asses of us. Plus that edit on Sid that I have is the best.
We need to use it.
Okay, go.
So let's.
Okay. Spoiler. Yeah, my last little thing. I'm gonna spoil it, so I don't care if you haven't watched NXT yet. I haven't seen there's no result yet. I haven't spoiled myself with the result, but who's the challenge to Ricochet?
One Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze.
Dig it.
Prince Pretty himself.
Oh, Jarrett says it's New Beginning, so it's the first big show after Wrestle Kingdom.
New Beginning is gonna be in friggin' Charlotte.
Wow.
Damn. All right.
I think we need to go. Leslie right now is like, you guys won't go to any indies, but you'll go to New Japan. Yeah, I would go to an indie, and actually, I think 2019 I'm going to start going to more indies. I have to. I got to.
All right.
I got to start doing it again.
Put some old things to rest, and then we're gonna get out there. Word. No.
Oh yes.
No.
Hashtag Native Appreciation Day signs in Seattle.
Sustain.
Yes.
Oh.
Maybe put a hashtag WrestlePals on that too, Chris.
Yeah.
But more importantly, enlarge hashtag Native Appreciation Day.
I'm very fat. You're right.
That's not what I was saying.
I know. I
You
get
know it.
man. Okay. The only championship belt with an extender.
Becky Lynch liked our photo. The man.
I think she liked
man
it
approves.
sarcastically.
No.
Hey, everybody. Nathan's tired. What's up? Hey, everybody. This is hashtag WrestlePals. If you dig us and dig what we do, that's weird. But hey, thanks.
God, that makes me happy.
I know it does. I know it does. If you want to get in touch with us, it's pretty easy. Go to Facebook.com. Follow WrestlePals VA. That's where we get the vast majority of our comments, and we enjoy the comments during the show. We like to interact
Love
with
that
it.
conversation.
We keep them scrolling, and it keeps us on task sometimes, or takes us off task when we need to be. We like hearing what you say. We appreciate the interaction. Facebook.com/WrestlePalsVA. If you want to reach out to us in other ways, WrestlePalsVA on Twitter. Go there. Or put hashtag WrestlePals on literally any form of social media. He will find it.
Hashtag Mohawks for Nate.
Christ. I'm putting the mic down. Well, then I have to do the rest of the promo with no mic. That's what we're going to do. I'll be yelling and I'll be scaring the neighbors. If you don't want to, if you can't listen to us live, you want to get the video replay, YouTube. Go over there, search, spell it out, hashtag WrestlePals, or go back through our back catalog, see how wrong we were on literally everything.
We're always wrong. It's
If
the best.
you can't, I know, I like being wrong. It's great. If you can't stand to look at our ugly mugs, I understand. Go over to iTunes. You can download us there. Spotify, Stitcher. We're available on all the platforms for the audio version. But hey, then you miss out on stuff like,
Yeah.
and you want that, don't you?
And-
Somewhere Joe's mad and he's going to beat my ass. Oh no, hashtag Wrestle Party Beatdown. Oh no. And if you want to get in touch with us individually, not hard either to get a hold of Justin at the Hulkster on Twitter.
Really easy to get a hold of me.
He appreciates the interaction too. Follow all of his other antics. Be like Liv Morgan and retweet and talk with Justin Wilson. You can too. He's kind of famous-ish. If you want to get a hold of me, not as easy. At the Nate Project on Twitter. If you do need some solace, though, I see every one of those notifications and it bothers the hell out of me. So by all means, please go ahead, ruin my day if that's what you want to do, or you could be a normal human being and leave me the hell alone.
Ooh, I tweeted him.
There it is. It's almost as if I say these words and you do the exact opposite.
Weird.
And others. Great. Thanks. Thanks, jerks. But
But
the most important thing to push. Patreon.com/ohhijustin.
now that we have the green screen, maybe I should do a commercial for that so we don't have to do it.
You can do that whenever you want. Yeah, what's up? Oh Hi Justin. Patreon.com/ohhijustin. That's where WrestlePals lives and breathes. That's where you can give a chance to get behind us financially if you dig. If you can't, we understand. We appreciate the interaction. That's worth a hell of a lot. But if you want to throw some cash at your boy over here, $1 a month will get you in on the Justin Wilson train. It takes off from the train place. I'm gonna make that joke work someday. And it's not only the home for WrestlePals, it's also the home for Deprogram, which is the finest music show. I'm not even calling it a podcast at this point. Show ever, all encompassing.
Against Me comes out tomorrow.
Ooh.
Good combo.
Ooh. But also there you'll find tracks by these ghouls.
Yes.
Hey.
Hoping for a spring release of Pickles and Cereal.
God damn it. Friggin' Madman. Speaking of Madman, also the home of the Oh Hi Justin pod, which is his daily foray into whatever he's foraying into.
It's
Foraying,
officially
is that a
Patreon
word?
only, too now.
It's on Patreon only?
Yep.
And it's a buck well spent, dude.
Oh shit.
Oh, goddamn! Hashtag WrestlePals?
I lost my keys and my little dog is bone. So I pick him up and I'm gonna carry home. but he a mean dog bit me in the spare rib. And I'm take him home, put him in the baby crib. Yeah, I don't know the words, AJ Styles. You know what you are? You're phenomenal. Phenomenal.